My name's Sean Womack. I am the CEO and publisher of Aisle 9.
My name's Kelsey Sisson, and I currently work in marketing.
My parents drank coffee. I remember asking them if I could have a taste of their coffee, and I tasted it, and it was awful. 2 spoons of sugar and 2 spoonfuls of coffee make coffee taste horrible. And so I grew up thinking I hated coffee when actually I just hated the nasty stuff my parents drank, and so I actually liked coffee.
How do you take your coffee today?
Black in a cup.
You know, I remember whenever I was growing up, my parents always drinking coffee and always having it like as a staple in the morning. And I remember trying their coffee when I was little and thinking it was so gross because they would just drink straight black coffee. As far as when I started drinking coffee, college, I would kind of rely on it. I hated the fact that my parents drank black coffee. I thought it was so gross, but it's the way I prefer it now.
I have a daughter that's adopted from Ethiopia. And when we went over there, we stayed in a house, and there was a woman who would do a coffee ceremony. So a lot of coffee comes from Ethiopia. Well, the Ethiopians have a very traditional coffee ceremony. They build a fire, and then they set up, usually they'll have a ring or something, and they set a piece of metal out, and then they literally pour the beans out, enough for making a pot. She would roast them right there in front of you. The smell would be amazing, and she would grind it by hand. She'd pour the water in the top, and then she would set that back on the fire. So she'd move in the tray, put that right on the fire, and when the steam would come out of the top, she would pour that mixture, and she would serve it with popcorn. I would do that every single morning. That was an amazing cup of coffee, just because of bringing this young girl into our family. It happened a lot. It was a traditional coffee ceremony, but lots of people drank coffee that way, and so it was really fun.
So I had just graduated and I opened up the coffee shop with a few other people. Really, I feel like almost everyone in my life was associated with that at one point or another. The guy that I work for now was someone who used to come into the coffee shop all the time. I felt like I was supposed to talk to him, so one day I went up to him and I said, "This is really random, but I feel like I'm supposed to work for you." And we sat in the booth and talked. That was on a Tuesday. He interviewed me Thursday, Monday offered me the job. So I feel like even now, everyone I know and work with came from that whole experience of knowing and getting to know him in the coffee shop.
So I got an internship at Disney. So one of the things that I did there that her second assistant was very happy that I was there because that meant he didn't have to go. I would leave all the way down this 5 or 6 lane road in Burbank that was super busy, go in, order her venti, half calf iced latte with 3 Splendas. And then he said to me after the first time, he said, "Sean, hurry up and get back because the ice melted last time." It's 100 degrees outside. It's 100 degrees in my car. That world is real. They don't make these things up. That world is very real. So what would I say to my favorite cup of coffee?
Thank you for teaching me how to be flexible, and thank you for giving me energy. Probably that too, because I think that I drink coffee every morning now. I feel like I have to, or my day hasn't actually started.
I'd probably just say thank you.